Alright, so later on, I'm going to try and demonstrate these two in a really cool way. I'm going to have one of Apple's new MacBook commercials on, and which has a lot of information, and I'll be taking notes using this pen, and I'm going to show you how it will link together the words you write to the audio that comes through using the internal microphone on the pen. It should be really cool. And then when we're done with that, we're going to upload this to the computer, and I'll show you how the desktop software works. But before we get started with any of that, I'd just like to show you some of the additional features that come with this pen, such as the translator, the paper piano, and the movies and music that you can use, that you play on this pen. So here's the demo card right here. I'm just going to play a short movie real quick. It's not something that you would ever see on the computer, but it's a movie that Livescribe provides you with on this card, and it's just a promotional video that they use to promote the pen, really. But I'm just going to show you an example one right now. Alright, so here's the demo card right here. I'm just going to click one of the buttons, one of the movie buttons right here. I'll just put this one right here.
Your help, man. My chem notes are nowhere. Our test is today, and I haven't even started. Dude, I need your notes. Didn't you take notes during the lecture? Yeah, but I lost my notebook. Man, I'm toast. I completely spaced on all the free carbon stuff.
Don't worry. I can get you my notes from my computer.
Huh? How?
Alright, so anyway, it's just an example of the possibilities of this pen. So it's pretty cool. Let's just flip this over. And we'll get the translator demo. I'm just going to show you that real quick, and then we'll go through the paper piano. Alright, so here's the translator. I'll click the info button right here.
This is just a demo of Pulse Translator. Visit Livescribe.com to download a full translator and other third-party applications.
Alright, so we're just going to try it real quick. We'll do English to Spanish, I guess. Alright, so it just says that on the screen. It should give you a list of words, but if not, we'll just have to press the button. Alright, so let's just press it, and there we go. Okay, so let's just try it right now. So let's just write hello.
Hola.
Alright, so it's pretty cool. It even tells you what you're writing in English, and then it says it out loud, as well as it says it on the screen in Spanish. It's pretty cool. So let's do a number. I'll write 1.
Uno. Dos.
Yeah, it's really cool. This also shows you the immense possibilities of this pen, and it's really interesting. Now I'm just going to show you the piano, which is my favorite part of this demo card. This guides you through the whole process of actually creating the paper piano, and it can come in really handy if you're bored sometime, and if you just have this pen lying around. So anyway, let's just click the piano.
Draw your piano. First, draw 9 vertical lines from left to right.
Okay. So it even almost counts
Connect the lines on the top and bottom. Write the letter I. This is your instrument icon. Double tap when you're done. Write the letter R. This is your rhythm tracks icon. Tap the key.
Alright, so these are basically icons that you're actually writing out and creating yourself. So now you're basically, all you have to do is tap the keys to play the little keys. It's really interesting. So I'll just show you real quick. Isn't it cool, right? But anyway, you can go up and down like this. Really interesting. And And then with these two things, you have different instruments you can pick out, and this is a rhythm that you can start playing. So let's test that. So you can just play to that music. And then here you have an instrument icon where you can change the instrument and you can actually play on here. So let's just try that.
Vibraphone.
And it even says what instrument you're switching to.
Kalimba. Steel drum. Fiddle. Flute.
So let's try flute. And for something like this, you would most likely be using the stylus for, so you don't have all the markings on the paper. But I just did this to show you the example. Alright, so now I'd like to demonstrate to you all the features of you being able to record and write at the same time, and then eventually link them together to make it a lot easier to take notes. Alright, so like I said earlier, I'm going to be showing you Apple's new MacBook commercial. It's the commercial where they are promoting the new MacBook being very environmentally friendly. After that, we're going to be uploading it to the computer using the USB cradle, and then I'll show you how the Livescribe desktop software works. What you'll also see is that you can write down just keywords and phrases instead of having to write down full sentences, and it makes it a lot easier, especially if you're under pressure. Alright, so here we have a nice clean piece of paper. Now let's just click the record button, and now we're all set.
This is the new MacBook. Its advanced aluminum and glass enclosure is completely recyclable. It's engineered to be so efficient, it runs on 1/4 of the power of a single light bulb. And it's made without many of the harmful toxins found in other computers, like mercury. The new MacBooks, the world's greenest family of notebooks.
Alright, so there we go. Now, I've just had a bunch of keywords here, such as new, enclosure recyclable, runs on 1/4 of LB, stands for light bulb, no toxins, and greenest notebook. So now what we can do is we can click through these little words and we can hear exactly what was spoken at that time. So let's try it right here. Let's hear new.
This is the new MacBook. Its advanced aluminum and glass enclosure is completely recyclable. Its advanced aluminum and glass enclosure.
So that's what happens when you click new. You get exactly what was said at the time you wrote that. And we can click enclosure recyclable.
Its advanced aluminum and glass enclosure is completely recyclable.
Then we can click runs on 1/4 of LB, light bulb.
Runs on 1/4 of the power of a single light bulb.
Then we can click no toxins.
Computers, like mercury. The new MacBooks.
Then we can click greenest notebook.
The new MacBooks. The world's greenest family of notebooks.
So it's pretty cool. And you can skip through all of these. And you can click, it basically records as you write it. So you can click here and it'll be in the middle of when you wrote that. So let's try that.
It's engineered to be so efficient, it runs on 1/4 of the power of the harmful toxins found in other computers. Mercury. The new
So this makes it extremely helpful if you're under pressure and whoever's speaking is telling you a lot at the same time. Allows you to just write keywords down and eventually hear what was spoken at that exact time. And then when you're done with that, you just connect it to your computer with the USB cradle and it'll all be on your computer for you to access and have anywhere you go.